Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kristen. I am a healer, a spiritual coach, and a psychic intuitive. Today, I'm going to show you how to do a curse that I found by accident. This curse is called the T-shirt curse. It's a very powerful curse, and it should not be done lightly, and it should not be taken lightly. I was a bit hesitant on putting this out there because I'm afraid it will get into the wrong hands, and that's what I don't want. However, I am feeling guided to still put it out there, but to warn you and caution you that this curse is a very serious curse. It can cause bodily harm, and I am not responsible for any risks that you take in doing this curse and any backfire that may happen. Also for any harm that could take place to your target. This curse should only be done in situations such as the following. If your daughter or your son were raped, if you have a family member that was murdered in cold blood, if one of your family members was abused by their partner and ended up in the hospital, or they were severely abused, maybe in a situation where money was taken from you, you were scammed for a large sum of money, or someone stole from you something very big and precious. So it should only be done in situations like that. This is not a death curse. However, it could possibly cause death, okay? But it definitely does cause bodily harm. This curse should only be done if you know Reiki, if you're a Reiki master and you know how to manipulate and move energy around, okay? As part of this curse, is done, the Reiki is done to heal the person, because we don't want to fully, we don't want the person to pass away, or it's not a death curse. We just want to cause bodily harm to the person. This curse requires a very specific moon phase to be used, and a specific zodiac sign that the moon is in. So this curse should only be done on a new moon in Scorpio. And there's actually one coming up, I believe, on November 1st here of 2025. So if you can wait to do this curse, it is definitely worth it. You could always do other curses leading up to this curse, and this could be like the big shebang at the end. But sometimes it's good to wait to do a curse too, because your target won't expect it at a later date, and then you can catch them off guard, and they won't have any protections on them, and therefore the curse will be more powerful. Now, the Scorpio moon is ruled by the planet Pluto, and the planet Pluto is associated with transformation, occult magic, the subconscious, rebirth, and also death. Any moon in Scorpio is a very powerful and a very intense moon. All right, guys, so before we get into the curse, I just wanted to say again, make sure that this curse is justified, that your target, deserves it, okay? Don't do this to someone that doesn't deserve it, that hasn't caused a lot of harm to you or your family, because in that situation, if it's not justified, it can backfire on you, and you could be the one that ends up in harm's way. So just consider the facts and, decide accordingly. Okay, guys, so the first thing you're going to need to use as an item is the target's T-shirt. Okay, so the target that you want to cause bodily harm to, this is the T-shirt. It doesn't matter what color it is. It doesn't matter if it has writing on it. But as long as they've recently worn the T-shirt, okay, it has to be recently worn. I wouldn't suggest using it if it's been washed. So you're going to have to use it and get this T-shirt from this person somehow. I don't know how you're going to go about that, but if it's a partner or something, you might be able to do it quite easily. But it has to be a T-shirt that has been worn by the person recently, okay? The next items we're going to need is a pendulum, okay, to check if the chakras are open, and if you're a Reiki master, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And we also need 5 crystals. Okay, it doesn't matter what type of crystal they are. I don't know all the names offhand. I know this is smoky quartz. I know this is citrine. I'm not sure about the other 3. I think this is celestite, something rather, angel, something celestite or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But as long as you have crystals that are these colors or, represent the chakras, okay, the colors of the chakras, then you can do this curse, okay? And if you don't have any, then you'll have to go buy some or borrow some from someone and cleanse them after, okay? But you're going to first put the blue one on the throat chakra. Blue is representative of the throat chakra. The next one is the heart chakra. You're going to place that around the heart area, the pink one, okay, representing the heart chakra. The next one is the solar plexus chakra, which is the yellow, which is the stomach area, the tummy area. And the sacral chakra, representative of the genital organs, okay, the reproductive system. And finally, the smoky quartz at the base of the spine, the root chakra, okay. And after that, I'm going to show you how to do the curse. All right, guys, hopefully you can see the t-shirt okay. I know it's not fully showing in the video, but you get the gist of it, okay? So the first thing you want to do, and I'm not going to do it on the t-shirt, but you're going to grab your first crystal, and then you're going to work your way down, okay? And you're going to spend some time, you're going to do this over the t-shirt, okay, like this. But I'll just show you here. So you're going to hold the crystal on either side on the t-shirt, and you're going to blow your breath in and out, because what we're doing is we're putting kind of life into the t-shirt, right? And it already has the person's essence on it because they've worn this shirt. And we're going to blow in and out as if you're angry. Okay, really hard. Okay, until you feel that you've put enough energy into each crystal. Like I said, you're going to move from the top to the bottom. Spend some time on each crystal doing that. Between blowing on the crystals, you're going to say healing for, and you're going to say the target's name. For example, John Doe. You're going to continuously repeat that as you're doing this process. Healing for John Doe, healing for John Doe, healing for John Doe, okay? And then also, while you're blowing on the crystals, you want to envision the chakra opening up, opening bigger, okay? You want to visualize it in your mind's eye. In your third eye, you want to visualize the chakra getting bigger, opening up. And then after you're done all this, you're going to do the Reiki symbols. If you're a Reiki master, or basically a Reiki master, you're going to do all the symbols, the Shoku Rei, the Seihei Ki, the Hansha Zeisho Nen, and the Daiko Mio. And you're going to do that over the t-shirt on all the crystals. Okay, spend some time doing that as you're continuing to say healing for John Doe. Okay, then after you're done that, you can check the crystals, the chakras, to see if they're open. And you know how to do that if you're a Reiki master, okay? You can check for that, okay? So just to reiterate, this curse can cause bodily harm, such as a car accident. So be very mindful of that and be very careful, and be intentional if that's what you want to do. But consider all other methods of, forgiveness, therapy, and then, if you still can't get on with things and move forward with your life, then this can be done as a last resort. With that being said, I'm going to leave you with one quote from Martin Luther King. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Choose wisely. Thank you guys for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one. Love and light. Take care. Bye.